Today I'm taking on the ultimate tomato garden pest. That's the tomato hornworm. Let's go see if I can save my plants. Tomato hornworms are the ultimate garden saboteur. They're huge, they're hungry, and they can decimate a garden in no time. I can't tell you the amount of times that I've seen them just wreak havoc. As a matter of fact, 3 years ago, my wife and I took a vacation for 3 days, went to the beach. Our garden looked perfect. 5 beautiful Cherokee purple tomatoes just starting to grow. Flowers coming out, a couple small little tomatoes. Came back 3 days later, nothing but sticks, 1 little tomato, and this little cocky hornworm standing right on top of it. I can tell you these things are like little landmines just waiting to blow up. Hi, I'm Greg from Bell's Backyard. If you see a caterpillar that looks like this or a bug that looks like this, then yes, you've got a tomato hornworm problem. If you don't, or you see another type of bug, we've created a playlist of the most common bugs or pests and problems inside of your garden. That playlist should be a link right here. Or you can just subscribe to the channel. It'll take you to our playlist. You'll see the bug and the damage. You can click on that video and it will get you to the problems and the solutions for that particular issue that you're experiencing. Or if you haven't had tomato hornworms, get ready, you're going to. You may want to hang around. Now these things are notorious for their rapid growth. They'll go from the larva stage to this plant-eating, destroying monster in just a few weeks. And let me tell you, they're not picky eaters. They'll eat the leaves, the flowers, and even the tomato themselves, and their appetite is endless. 1 tomato hornworm will destroy an entire full-grown tomato plant in just a day. Now there are some effective methods to organically control the tomato hornworm. One of them is bringing in predatory insects. The top 2 is going to be the parasitic wasp and the ladybug. The parasitic wasp lays its eggs on the hornworm itself, and the ladybug loves to eat the larva before it develops into that big bug. But we need to attract them to the garden. So one thing that we need to do, and this is an example here, is probably a little bit bigger than what most do, but this is an experiment for me. We're bringing in all of the plants that are going to house and attract those ladybugs and those parasitic wasps. And that includes marigolds, nasturtiums, cosmos, and zinnias. They absolutely love it. They'll house here. They'll go into the garden to have their dinner. Companion planting will also be a great deterrent. The top 2 companion plants, number 1 is going to be basil. Not only will the smell of basil deter the worm, but also planting basil within 6 inches of the tomato plant has been said to increase the flavor of the tomato itself. Now number 2 is going to be garlic. I'm going to show you something I'm doing with a garlic plant that I think is going to be pretty fun this year. Now this is my garlic patch. I planted this last fall and it's been growing through the fall. It went dormant and now it's coming back out for the spring. It should be good until probably June or July, which is when my tomatoes are going to be producing. And what I did was I took a Brandywine tomatoes. Actually I took 2, and hopefully you can see them right here. I took 2 Brandywine tomatoes and I planted them directly into the garlic patch. I'm going to use this as an experiment. I'm not going to do anything else other than fertilize and water and let these guys grow, and I'm going to see if garlic is going to be strong enough to just repel all pests without using anything else. Now, that being said, garlic, I'm going to show you my secret pest deterrent. What we're going to do is we're going to use 1 piece of garlic. Let's get one that's not, it doesn't have to be a strong or a very productive piece of garlic. I'm going to use this one right here. I'm going to pull this thing straight out of the ground. There we go. All right. There's my undeveloped garlic head. Now, let's go make a pest deterrent. All right, here is going to be the most natural bug deterrent that you're ever going to see in your garden. Garlic by itself, the oil into it is so pungent and so strong, it's going to deter just about anything. Now that piece of garlic that we've got, I'm going to go ahead and rinse this thing off. Now, if you don't have fresh garlic, you can actually use the garlic in the store. Just doesn't seem to work quite as well. You're probably going to have to double it up because there's not as much oils in here or in the store-bought stuff. So I'm just going to pull the roots off because it really doesn't have much of a smell. Then I'm just going to gently just tap this garlic open to kind of release the juices and the seeds. Then I'm going to take out my favorite pocket knife. This is actually made by Off Grid Knives. It's not sponsored, but being an ex-Army Ranger, we absolutely love our knives. And I've been able to just abuse this thing, and it's lasted for years. But we're just going to take this thing and we're just going to cut it up. And you can cut up the entire thing if you want. I'm just going to cut it for just for this purposes. And we're just going to shove it into our 1 gallon jug. filled with water. And for those of you that are in the deep south, I'm sure you're familiar with sun tea. Well, this is going to be your garlic tea. Now I'll take this and I will just let it set for about 2 days. I'm just going to let it bake, stir it up, and in 2 days this is going to be an incredibly strong garlic tea. Then I can take that, I'll probably dilute it 1 to 1, I'll put it in another gallon and I'll put it into my sprayer. About once a week I'm going to go out and I'm going to spray my plants. Not only my tomato plants, although it's very, very effective for that, I'll spray every one of my other plants too, just because of the strength of garlic. I hope this helps. It's probably going to be one of the most beneficial tips that you're going to get out of Belle's Backyard for this year. But let's go into the next thing that we can do to keep those tomato hornworms at bay. Now, a lot of gardeners will use a floating row cover. Now, these are very effective because it keeps the moth off of the plants and keeps it from laying its eggs, preventing the hornworm from growing. The other thing you can do is use something called BT. Now, this is an organic chemical that you can spray on your plants. BT disrupts the digestive cycle of the larvae, so it will actually kill it before it has a chance to grow into that large, nasty worm that's going to attack your garden. The way that you're going to do that is you'll use 2 tablespoons of BT to every gallon of water, and then you're going to spray it. I spray it every 2 weeks. If you're under a lot of pressure or you've had problems in the past, you may want to do it every single week. Absolutely organic, is not going to hurt you at all. Spray it early in the morning and you're going to be just fine. Now, the key to getting rid of hornworms, 1 is early detection and constant looking at your garden, and 2 is using a combination of everything that we talked about. I hope this has helped. If you found something different or something that works for you, please leave in the comment section below. And if you have any other pesky pests that are out there, just leave that in the comment section too. We're going to be doing another video. I think the next one that you're going to see is going to be how we're going to take care of aphids. Until then, I hope to see you in the backyard soon.